Hello YouTube. Just wanted to bring you guys an update on this AMD stock. Okay, so I did a forecast on AMD and we're looking like we have a potential for a crash, or we may be looking for our next bull run on AMD. Okay, so right now, for those of you who practice the Elliott wave theory, and for those of you who would like to practice the Elliott wave theory, this is what we have, okay? We have our first impulse to the downside. This impulse looks like a lovely 5-wave move. Then we have a 3-wave correction, and we have a 3-wave move to the upside, okay? So this is 3 waves up, 3 waves down, 3 waves up, all right? Now, this says that this is a correction. Now, this could be a B wave or a wave 2. So it's one or the other. It's either a B wave for one more leg down before we go up, or it's a wave 2 and we crash. Okay, we crash. Going down. This will be the 3rd wave coming here, and this one will be coming down very, very strong. Okay, so we need to watch. Watch and see how this one comes down. If this one comes down slowly, doesn't come down as strong as this, then we may have potential to get one more, not one more, but a continuation to the upside. Okay, so we need to watch this one carefully, see how it moves. Now, as you can see here, based on what I have forecasted here, you can see we came exactly to the pip and we stopped. Okay, we're hitting it exactly to the pip and stopping. That's a measured move. All right. So price is now reacting to the measured move. It moved up in 3 waves. So what we do now, we watch and see what happens from here. So are we going to fizzle off to the downside and go back to the upside, or will we drop extremely strong? All right. It does not mean that this price cannot come back above this measured move. It can come above the measured move, creating some sort of ending formation. Like it could create some sort of head and shoulders formation, some sort of diagonal, some sort of rising wedge or rising channel for more downside. Okay, so we're looking for more downside from this point here onward. Okay, when we get to these lows, then we will be watching and assessing to see what's happening, based on how it came down and what happens when it gets to these lows. If it gets to these lows and it stops and price reverses, gives us this correction here, 3-wave correction. It doesn't have to be exactly like I have drawn on this chart. Okay? This move to the upside. It could be bigger than this, longer to the upside. Then you get a 3-wave move before you move up. Okay? But this is just forecasting. So we get a move up, a correction, in 3 waves minimum, and then we start moving to the upside if it's going to be a continuation to the upside. If it's a reversal, we will see a very strong move to the downside, and then we get 3 waves, or it could be a bigger correction, and we continue down. It doesn't have to be exactly where I have it drawn in. Okay, so I just wanted to bring this one to everyone's attention. This is something that we need to look out for. Okay, now let me just take this to the monthly time frame just to give you a closer look at what I'm talking about. Okay, look at this. This trend line here is what is telling us what can potentially happen. All right, you can see here price dropped, came back to this trend line, price dropped. It's now back at this trend line. Will price drop again? All right, now this is what I'm basically saying here. All right, let's look at this previous move here. This move to the upside was, we can look at this and say it's impulsive corrective. You got a impulsive move up, 1, 2, 3, that's your correction, and you started getting 1, 2, 3. That's a 3-wave move up, but at the same time it's impulsive corrective. Okay, so here you can see here we have something looking similar to what's behind here. Okay, we have the move up, which is this one. This is the correction. This is that correction. See it here? Almost looks the same as well. Look at it. Then we have a move up. You can see we have a move up. Look at here. We have a move down. You can see we have a move down. And then we get 1. You can see it here. We get 1. This is the correction. This is the correction. And then we get a big strong move up. This is that strong move up. Okay? So this wave cycle just repeated itself here. Let me just circle that so that you can see it. This here is identical to this. These are the same. Okay? So will we drop like we did here from this area? Or will this be the next bull run on AMD, where we go 1, go 2, and this is, we can look at this as 3, 4, 5, we get a bigger correction, and upside. Okay? So we need to watch and see if that's what we get. Let me go down to, go back to the 1 hour time frame. Stretch it up. Oops. Let's take it to the 15 minute. All right, here we can get to see a bit more. Okay. So are we going to get this? What we're looking at here is actually part of this correction. Okay. This is possibly part of this correction. Making this 1, 2, 3, and then we go up. Okay. If this is part of this, making this 1, 2, and 3, ending here, and we don't go up, then we're going to drop and continue going down like we saw in the past. Okay? So just let whatever is happening at this top, let it complete itself. Let this complete itself and show us a nice bearish candle. After that bearish candle, we can start looking for our short trades. And that the short trades that we're looking for is for the crash. We're taking them with the intention to get a crash. If we don't get a crash based on how it comes down, you need to make sure that your trade is moved to break even. Okay? When it gets to this point, then you can decide if you want to take it off or not based on how it came down. If it's coming down very strong, that's not something that you want to take off. You just put it to break even and you leave it alone. In the event that it does pull back, then you come out of the trade for a break even and then you start looking for your upside. Okay, so I'll leave you guys with that one. But so far, based on history, it looks like we may get that crash. Okay, for some reason, it looks like we may be getting that crash. All right, it doesn't look that likely that we may continue to the upside, but let's just be ready for whichever scenario plays out. Okay, let's prepare for the crash, and let's also keep our eyes open for the rally. All right, so this right now price is in a situation where it can go up or it can go down. Definitely it's going down in the short term. Okay, but are we going to go up on the longer term? Is this just a correction for more upside, or will this be the crash? So we need to be very careful with this. Be very careful with it. Even when it's coming to the upside, you need to be very careful with it. Okay? Because this could be coming to the upside and give you a short wave where it does not even get past this point. Or even if it cracks this high, it now just spikes down. Okay? So we need to be very careful with it. Right now, I'm more in favor of the downside. Based on history, I'm more in favor of the downside. Okay, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to be ready for anything that happens. All right, so prepare yourself. Find the best areas where you have the best risk to get involved in this market. Okay, so I'll leave you guys with this one. Thank you so much. Bye-bye for now. Oh, I keep forgetting. Remember, like and subscribe. Okay, it's a new channel. Just please support the movement. All right, bye-bye for now.